Okay, just about to go on to the warm-up lap. Our expert analysis coming from Kwon Meng Heng, who's also the jury president here for this event. So thank you for double shifting for us, Meng Heng.
Yeah, I just want to say something regarding the weather here today. You know, it's now at the moment it's 34 degrees outside, and the track temperature is 53 degrees, and it's gonna play a big role on tires.
We'll talk about the tyres. West, Kreisart, Zakwan on row 1. Aslan Shah, Takahashi, Yudhishthira on 2. Dajiro on debut. Koyama, the championship leader. Titipong, they are on row 3. Moving a little bit further down. Anucha, Yuki Ito and Haga on the Suzuki. Tiger Harder, the youngster, alongside Jakrit and Jerry Salem, a double winner last time out, 15th here. Adi Mohammed Fadli, Patis and Fitri Ashraf on row 6. And just one on the 7th, which is Irfan Ardiansa. Tyres. You mentioned the temperature. Is it a gamble to go with a soft rear tyre?
Yeah, I think it's a big gamble. You know, you got to do the first few laps really good times. You know, try to pull away from the group, and if can, then the tyre will last, and definitely it's a good chance of winning the race.
Okay, this is the warm-up lap. It's 16 laps of this 5-kilometer Bud International Circuit track, and it's a quality track. There is just that one little kink. There's a little bump just before they come off the main straight into the Big Dipper, which causes one or two bits of consternation for the riders.
Yeah, that's on the longest straight on the track. That is what 1.2 kilometers, and the kink there is on the braking point, so it definitely will be a bit dangerous there, you know, while you're hard braking to go into, you know, the second gear corner there. So we will have a look at there later.
Okay, once again, Ant West, he's in the yellow. He'll be leading us off. In terms of the overall championship standings, Zakwan Zadi, 131 points. Tomoyoshi Koyama, 131 points. Zakwan starts from 3rd on the grid, so on the left when we look at them on the grid. And Koyama is on the 3rd row of the grid in the middle. They're the two to really look out for. But there's plenty of time. It's 16 laps of the track.
I mean, like normally we don't count Koyama out. Every race he's always there, even though he starts from the 2nd row or the 3rd row.
The ghost.
Yes, you know, definitely. He always plays his card right, you know. He will be there in the first 10 laps, you know. After that, he will try to do something, you know, to be in front.
Koyama's one of those who you'd say, drive conservatively, be there at the end. He's your dream to manage, isn't he?
This type of rider, I mean, like they can hear you when you're talking about them, you see.
Okay, we are nearly underway for race number 1 of the SuperSports 600 at the Bud International Circuit. It's race number 9 of the season. So the red and the green flags signify everybody is in order. The red lights at the top of the screen will go on, and when they go off, we are underway. West off to a decent start, and West, believe, has got a point to prove, and well, Zakwan Zaidi's got off to an even better start than Ant West. It's Zakwan who initially led, but Deicha Kreisart steams past them both, and it's Kreisart who leads. Aslan Shah's made a move up there as well. West is now in 3rd, up to 2nd. How many changes of lead inside the first three corners?
Yeah, because you can see, because Anthony West trying to get into Zakwan and slow them down a bit, and you can see Deicha had a small gap there now.
Now, Deicha Kreisart.
Yeah, you can see the king there on the white. Yeah, that's the king, you know.
Well, immediately it's the soft compounds. Kreisart's on a soft compound on the rear as well. So you called it. I really ought to listen to what you say, man. Oh, going off.
I think it's the Thai rider.
Anucha. It's Anucha who is off. Anucha. And just on corner number 3. And his race is virtually over as we speak, and it's just the back end going.
It looks like cold tires. Anucha is using soft, actually. He's using soft rear.
So there's one of the gambles, because they take a little bit longer to warm up, or hadn't he done enough in the warm-up lap?
No, I mean, like the soft will get faster, you know, it warm up faster compared to the medium one. Medium one, you got to get at least 1 lap to put in and get it going. But the soft one, half a lap, that's it.
Well, Aslan Shah's made a move. The Ghost, Koyama, hasn't made a move as yet. He will, don't worry. But in the lead, Ant West is chasing Deicha Kreisart and Zakwan is chasing Ant West. Those three were 1, 2, 3 on the grid, but not in that order. Deicha Kreisart started second, but Kreisart leads over the start-finish line at the end of lap number 1.
Oh, somebody crashed right behind, okay, on the straight. You can see somebody crash on the straight there just now. Oh, no. I think that is a Suzuki riders. One of the Suzuki riders.
Could be Haga. A red flag has been called because there was a crash on the main straight. Now it could be Noriyuki Haga. Now the red flag is being waved because that was a nasty crash in a very, very high profile. And I have to tell you that Meng Heng has got to just go and do some duties on the circuit. But at the meantime, we have got a red flag in the SuperSports 600cc. The good news we can tell you is that he is sitting up, and what looked to be a very bad situation, it still is obviously a bad situation because of where the incident occurred. But Anucha looks to have well, not be as badly hurt as we all feared. But there is a red flag at the moment. And Meng Heng is back, gives me the thumbs up. And in the meantime, let's just have a look at the moment that causes the consternation.
No? I don't know. No idea, no? No idea.
Meng Heng, you've just given a thumbs up.
Yeah, I saw the rider down there just now, and he's moving his arm. You know, it shows that he's okay.
Okay. It's one of the Suzuki riders. We think it's Patis, but it was at the tail end of the main straight, coming at the end of lap 1.
Yeah, I think it's Patis. I think he looks okay.
Okay, so with the red flag situation, because you can see it's such a desperate situation on the track, riders will come in just to pit. And how will they utilize this time?
I mean, definitely they gotta do a restart after this. I think they're gonna do a quick start later, where you only allow one mechanic in, and just after the incident, they clear everything out, make sure the track is okay. Then they'll do a quick start on the race, and definitely the laps will be reduced.
Now the red flag was for an incident at the end of lap number 1. I believe there's as Meng Heng says, there's going to be a reduced, but a new start will be 3 laps less, probably 13 laps. Yes, just confirmation we're getting from race control. We will restart from 13 laps. And the fact that we're talking of restart already tells us that the news is not as bad as we initially feared when that red flag first happened. I'm just listening to some conversations going on in my ear about Patis, rider number 19, is okay, as far as okay means to a motor racing rider, which is a very different thing to normal human beings.
Yeah, I mean, like, rider can be okay. You can say, you know, you broke a wrist, you broke a hand, that is okay. Or broke a collarbone. I mean, like, everything is okay for a rider.
There's confirmation, rider okay. But when you consider Aslan Shah broke a leg 2 months ago and he's okay.
He's okay, yeah.
But good news for Patis. And riders beginning to get back on, and West, very interesting to see how West approaches this one, because he was distracted by Zakwan Zaidi's move into him, and I'm wondering whether he's learned from that. Focus on his race.
Yeah, definitely. He already learned from the first race before the red flag. I think this starting again, he's gonna maybe do something different.
Well, Patis is okay, but clearly won't be participating in the new race. Okay, so we'll have another warm-up lap. Obviously the tyres, although they tried to keep them warm with the blankets, they do need to get out there and warm them up once again.
Yeah, the tire warmers, you know, they are really warm. It's really warm the tire. Even you can feel the heat there on the tires when you put the tire heaters on, tire warmers on.
We're in the Greater Noida area of Delhi. Once upon a time, not too long ago, this was farmland. Now it's a burgeoning city in its own right, and this is all part of a major sports complex. Formula One was held here for 3 years. It hasn't been held here for the last 3 years, but the circuit, the track anyway, is in fabulous condition. And I think the riders generally are enjoying the challenge.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem when riders enjoying the track, you know, the track they like, and they keep on pushing and pushing, and you know, that's when all the crashes will come, you see.
This is the warm-up lap. Numbers to look out for: 13, Anthony West, he's in the yellow livery. 24 in the blue and white, there is West, he's on pole. 24, Deicha Kreisart from Thailand, the Yamaha Thai racing team. And Zakwan Zaidi, bike number 21. Aslan Shah Kamruzaman also. Okay, can tell you that Zakwan Zaidi's got himself into a little bit of trouble. He's going to be starting from the pit lane in the restart. Can you elaborate on that one?
I think that if he's going to start from the pit lane on a warm-up lap, that means he got to come back on the grid for a race. He got to be at the back of the grid. But it depends on the cloud of the course to see how they want to deal with it.
Well, there he is at the moment, Zach. That's Takahashi, isn't it? So let's see what Zakwan Zaidi has done. If he does get that punishment, that will really hurt his championship chances.
Yes. You can
and it's a big boost to Koyama.
Yeah, definitely. But you can see now that's what you call a quick start. You know, you have only one mechanic allowed on the grid. So once everything cleared, the mechanic will clear the grid, and they'll start a warm-up lap, and the race will go on.
So riders coming on. Zakwan is an absentee. Just behind the yellow in the green, you had Aslan Shah Kamruzaman. And we're going right the way back down. And yep, there is no Zakwan Zaidi.
Look at it. He get out late from the pit exit. I think that's why he was stopped and not allowed to go out anymore. So this is a very bad day for the Hondas, for Zakwan.
It's a reduced number of laps. It's be a 13-lap race. The mechanics quickly off the grid, and once that is cleared, then we will have a restart.
Yeah, you can see the race director behind Ruslan there is giving out the green flag to make sure that everything is okay. Then they release the bike. Then you can see Zakwan on the pit lane.
So he's from the pit lane. He gets the start now, but that means when they reformat, he'll be at the back of the grid.
I'm not sure. It all depends on the course of this the race here. So we will see how it goes later when they line up. This is going to be interesting.
It is. I'm fascinated to see what the final clock of the course decision is. because it could have a real impact on the overall championship, where 4 races from the end of the season, we've got 2 riders tied on 131 points, another couple of riders close enough to be in contention. Takahashi's got 104, and if you get a really good weekend here at the Bud International Circuit, one of your rivals doesn't, you know, if you get a couple of wins and one of your riders gets a couple of 6th or 7th or 8th, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the points, even 1 points are very important. You know, end of the day, every point counts.
This is the warm-up lap. Again, just to confirm, row number 1, West, Kreisart, and possibly Zakwan Zaidi. Row number 2, Aslan Shah, Takahashi, Yudhishthira. Row 3, Dajiro, Koyama, and Titapong. Row 4, well, Anucha crashed out, Ito, Haga. Row number 5, Tiger Harder, Jakrit and Jerry Salim. Row number 6, Andy Mohammed Fadli. No space, obviously, for Patis and Mohammed Fitri Ashraf, and on his own at the back, Irfan Ardiansa. Well, there's always incident in motor racing, always incident in the SuperSports 600.
Yeah, I mean, definitely we can see. So now we have to wait and see where is Zakwan going to be.
That's the back of Aslan Shah. As he comes in, keep an eye out for that white and green livery. Ant West just zips past him. There's Takahashi. And Zakwan is coming in to take his place. Okay, so it wasn't that serious.
Yep. So we will have a good race after this.
That's important for the championship and for Zakwan Zaidi. We are all just about for the restart. This the race. And a good start again from Kreisart. He's gone through the middle. West and Zakwan once again on the inside of West, and this time Zakwan Zaidi inside West. Kreisart can't get through this time. Kreisart goes on the outside instead, and Kreisart and Zakwan battling for P1.
Yeah, it's the same like just now, but the only thing that I mean, like West is a bit smarter now this time. You can see he didn't take out Zakwan, so Decha is still behind him, and just now Decha have to try to pass him again.
And Decha successfully passed him. This is the long straight. Good pace. West, soft compound on the rear tyre, as has Decha Kreisart, and West goes through into the lead. Zakwan a little bit more circumspect.
Yeah, you can see the different line between Decha and West, and Decha really had a big white line there compared to Anthony West.
We saw that Giro was being pushed out very, very wide there, but this is Ant West, the Australian from the Aquino Speed Racing team, leading the way from Decha Kreisart. Zakwan there, Aslan Shah quietly into 4th place. Nothing quiet about this back on a ride-through penalty for Zakwan Zaidi.
Yeah, I think because he need to ride through, I think his position should be back on the grid. That's why, you know, now you got to give a right-through penalty now.
Okay, it did look like somebody got a quick start, but there's West in the lead. Behind them, where's Koyama doing? We're coming to the end of this first lap, after which there'll be 12 to go, and we'll have a real idea. But Aslan Shah is happily just sitting on the shoulder. There is Anthony West leading the way from Kreisart. Zakwan goes through in 3rd, but he has a ride-through penalty that he must serve. Aslan Shah, Yudhishthira, Takahashi up into 6th. Koyama has got himself up into 7th. Anucha, who had a crash, he's actually 8th.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's running very well. Like I say just now, Zakwan now have to, you know, go into the right through because of he need to start right.
He should have started at the back. You were dead right.
I was saying that, you know, and he went onto the grid again, and that's why he was penalized.
So who would have advised him? Because that's clearly going to hurt.
I think the marshal should have informed him or the teams.
In the meantime, at the front, it is still West. Those soft compounds, as you said, he'll be trying to pull away. And he is pulling away as they go down the Big Dipper. West enjoying this Bud International circuit.
There you can see West and Decha using soft rear. So they're pulling away a bit by bit. And the rest of the guys are using a medium. So it takes them a few laps to really warm up the tires.
Kamruzaman is up into third. Aslan Shah Kamruzaman has got himself into a good position, as has Ahmad Yudhistira. Takahashi's made a move as well, which means Zakwan Zaidi, plus the ride-through penalty, is going backwards anyway. Oh, Kreisart goes way, way wide. Almost lost it.
Yeah, I think he come out there, he guessed too early there, and that's why he slid a bit, and he just went over the curve there.
Aslan Shah in third place. West setting a blistering pace. Last lap, or first lap, 1:59.589. His qualification time, 1:55. Let's see if he can get any kind of time. 1:56.642. That last lap for Anthony West. Kreisart, Aslan Shah, Yudhistira, Zakwan and Takahashi coming through. Fastest lap, look at that, he's in blistering form, is West. Can the rest keep up with him?
Yeah, I mean, now he's doing 56. His fastest time was 56.55. If he still can do the 55, I think he will, get away from this and win the race.
There is a long way to go, but the fact it's a reduced race will help those with the soft
Yes,
compounds.
definitely. Now it's a 13-lap race, so I think Anthony West have a very good chance of winning this race.
There is West, hugging the corner, going down into the dip. Kreisart taking a different line behind him. Aslan Shah has been taken by Ahmad Yudhistira, and Koyama is just in the background.
Yeah, still always there, the shadow, and definitely, like I say, he always be there. Oh, I think Yuki had a slip there, slide there as well.
West, though, blistering pace. Fifth is still Zakwan Zaidi. He's going to have to take that ride-through penalty at some stage.
Yeah, he need at least 3 laps. If he don't go in by 3 laps, he will be definitely a black flag.
And that is not what he wants.
Yes.
We'll have a look for Zakwan to see if he goes in at the end of this lap. Oh, just pushing it too much there was Ahmad Yudhistira. He's corrected it, but a little bit reckless from Yudi.
Yeah, a bit, but luckily he just still stay on the bike. You can see Anthony West is still pulling away from the rest.
Kreisart sliding. Zakwan in our picture. Not going in on this particular lap. He's going to have to soon. There's the information. He knows he's got to have a ride-through penalty. But West isn't focused on Zakwan. West is focused on the lead.
Yeah.
And the lead is 1.35 seconds at the end of the lap.
It looks like it's getting bigger because I think he's done the fastest lap, the last lap just done. A 56.4 compared to Aslan. Compared to Ahmad Yudis is a 56.5.
Behind him, Decha Kreisart is in second place. Still officially 1.352. Decha, that right leg left hanging. Dipping down, Yudhistira in third place. Aslan Shah fourth, Zakwan fifth, but with a problem, and Koyama up to sixth.
Still right behind. And definitely Koyama, you don't count in mark.
Takahashi's also in that little group. Tiger Harder. The Giro's making a decent fist of things. 9.5 laps to go. Aslan Shah. But there's the lead for West, and you're quite right, he is extending that lead.
Yeah, it's getting bigger and bigger because he's using soft. Definitely he can push 5 or 6 laps consistently on doing the fast time.
This is a reduced 13 lap race after a red flag stop the official first race. And Ant West is taking full advantage of the soft compound on his rear tyre. And look at that, Deitje Kruisart has lost second place to Ahmad Yudhistira. And this is Zakwan Zaidi with a ride-through penalty. And every second of this will be really, really, really painful.
I don't know what the marshal told him just now, but definitely he should stop right at the back of the grid, but he didn't.
In the meantime, Yudhistira is still holding on from Kruisart. The lead is 2 seconds. Zakwan, oh, that must feel like purgatory.
Yeah. I think if he starts from the rear just now, he'll have a better chance. You know, get into the top 10 or top 5. We never know.
Now it's a case of damage limitation for Zakwan Zaidi. Get up to the tail enders and overtake them one by one if at all possible, but there's some quick boys out there. There is Zakwan. He's got a lot of open space ahead of him, as does the race leader, Anthony West. Best lap, 156.402. Consistently lapping around that 156.5 mark.
Yeah, if he can do the 55, I think he will be pulling away far, even further.
I think if we just follow on, I think Aslan Shah has got himself into second place ahead of Deitje Kruisart.
I think that is
Yudhistira.
Yeah, I think
Yudhistira.
Yes.
And Aslan Shah is in fourth. Fifth behind them, Anucha, Takahashi. That means Koyama has dropped off the pace quite considerably. At one stage he was threatening to get into the top 6, but he's dropped off a little bit, Tomoyoshi Koyama.
Yeah, you can see because Koyama is using medium. You can see Ahmad Yudhistira is using the soft rear.
It looks like a gamble that's paying off because West leads 2.46 seconds ahead of Yudhistira from Kruisart. Aslan Shah fourth, Anucha fifth, Takahashi sixth, Harder seventh. I'm looking to see how far down Zakwan Zaidi is. He hasn't gone over the start-finish line yet.
Yeah,
Still hasn't. The gap will be 25 plus seconds, maybe even longer. 30 seconds, the gap for Zakwan Zaidi between 1 and first, currently in 17th place.
Yeah, I mean like look at Anthony West now. He's been doing consistently 56, and the rest of the guys are doing 57. So if he continues like that, definitely the race will go to Anthony West.
13 lap shortened race. Kruisart keeping the pressure upon Yudhistira. Aslan Shah not really able to make an impression on these two.
Yeah, it looks like he's struggling with the tires. I think the tires really, make a big difference on this race.
Kruisart, though, keeping in the slipstream as far as he can, looking to get a little drag around this sharp right-hand corner. It's almost a double right-hand corner at the top end of the course. You rise up a little hill, and then you come into a fast left-right, a zigzag.
Yeah. You can see the top 3 riders now all using the soft rear.
So when does tire degradation come in? We've only had 5.5 laps. 13 laps shouldn't be a problem, huh?
Yeah, should be no problem. I think he should be able to finish the race.
There's the timing you were mentioning, 156.5.6 for West, 157s for Deitje Kruisart and the rest. So West's lead is nearly 3 seconds from Ahmad Yudhistira. Aslan Shah in fourth, Anucha in fifth, Takahashi still hanging on there in sixth, and Tiger Harder is in seventh.
I think Decha is trying hard to overtake Yudhis. So
now Yudhistira will want points here. He had a DNF and a 5th place last time out, Yudhistira. Hasn't had a podium finish yet,
looks
Yudhistira.
like Decha overtook Yudhis.
And he's struggling to get a podium finish this time. Look at that for West. Well, he's been promising, Anthony West, all season that there would be a breakout performance from him. Is this the weekend?
Yeah, I think I can see the confidence on him, you know, the way he talks and you know, the way he rides his bike here is really confident. I mean, to all the riders, he's one of the most confident riders I've seen.
Kreisart second. Look at that, Aslan Shah has lost his 4th place. He's dropped down to 5th. I think Anucha has got ahead of Aslan Shah. As we follow round. Yeah, Anucha has got ahead of Aslan Shah.
Yeah, it looks like the Yamahas here are performing better than the Kawasaki's and the Honda here.
And in 6th place, Yuki Takahashi is closing in on Aslan Shah Kamruzaman. But nobody at this stage is closing in on Ant West. Because Kreisart has got to worry about what's going on behind him. And Aslan Shah has got to worry about what's going on in front of him. The gap between 1st and 2nd, 3.5 seconds.
Yeah, you can see the lap times, you know, Ant West a bit slow on this lap. So definitely all of them are doing about the same time, quite similar times. Even the leaders are Ant West.
Kreisart second, Anucha 4th. This is the battle for P4. There's 5th, Aslan Shah, and 6th coming through there was Takahashi. Takahashi is beginning to make a little bit of inroads as well. Deicha loses out and Yudhishthira is back into 2nd. So Yudhishthira and Deicha having a battle royale between themselves.
Battle ding dong down there. You can see both of them.
Takahashi comes through. Wonderful maneuver from Takahashi to take over Aslan Shah. Now he's got Anucha in his sights and he's got championship points to make up for. He missed with injury last event in Sentul, did Yuki Takahashi. And with Koyama and Zakwan out of the reckoning here, this is a chance for Takahashi to make up some serious ground.
Yeah, definitely. If Takahashi can take the podium and increase his points, I think that'll be interesting for the last round in Burira.
Still 5 3/4 laps to go. Plenty can happen in that, and that lead, which was 3.35, looks to maybe be even increasing for Anthony West.
Getting bigger, the gap now. We'll see the gap.
So West has crossed the line, and the gap 3.8 ahead of Yudhishthira, Kreisart, Anucha, Takahashi, Aslan Shah. Behind them, Tiger Harder, Dajiro, and Koyama is in 9th. Where's Zakwan Zaidi? I'm waiting for Zakwan to come through the start-finish line.
He's 16, I think, still.
At the moment, he's 16.
Yeah, 16.
Still hasn't, it's almost half a lap, the gap. 33 seconds adrift, Zakwan Zaidi. Yudhishthira leads from Kreisart. Kreisart has a look on the inside. Who's that? That is Anucha.
I think oil come out from the bike.
Anucha.
Some smoke, yeah, Anucha's bike. Got smoke on the... You can see some smoke coming up from the bike. And,
it was smoke, whether or not it's laid some oil on the circuit though.
Yeah, definitely. We have to watch out for this bike, in Anucha's bike. Looks like
caution from those just behind Anucha. Takahashi in particular can ill afford a mishap of any kind. Was it oil from the bike, or was it just kicking up some dust?
I'm not sure. It looks like smoke, and you can see on the straight, but we're not sure about that.
Look at that. He's almost in a race of his own, Anthony West. In the meantime, Yudhishthira, Kreisart, this is Anucha. Doesn't look to be perturbed by that little puff of smoke we saw.
Yeah, hopefully nothing wrong with the bike, and we can just continue and just keep our finger crossed.
Takahashi putting real pressure though on Anucha. Takahashi, bike number 1, wanting to get onto a podium. West is way out on his own. It's over 4 seconds the lead for Ant West from Yudhishthira and Kreisart. Anucha has got Takahashi right on his tail.
Yeah, it looks like I know Anucha is trying to pull a gap from trying to run again from Takahashi, but I don't think he able to do that, and I think we'll see how it goes from here.
And they haven't been able to lose Aslan Shah either. Aslan Shah clinging onto their coattails. Yudhishthira dragging Kreisart through. And somewhere in the dim, dark distance, en route to Agra, is
Zakwan.
Anthony West. Zakwan.
Yeah, he's pick up a point there. He's now 15.
It's an expensive mistake for Zakwan Zaidi, though, wasn't it, to get the ride-through penalty.
Yeah, later we will see what sort of, gonna ask him what's wrong.
It means that unless Koyama crashes, Koyama will take the championship lead, but things will certainly get tighter if Takahashi can pick up points, if Aslan Shah can pick up points, even if Yudhishthira can pick up points.
Yeah, Yudhishthira at least, at the moment, is second now, so, wow, here's a big gap there from end to west.
Kreisart and Yudi in a battle for P2. We're coming towards the end of what is lap 10. There'll be 3 laps to go once they go round there's the back of the grandstand.
Yuki have, I think, taken Anucha just now.
Oh,
but he came back.
Anucha came back. And right behind him, is that Tiger Harder who's through up into 6th place? There's Koyama in 9th place, the championship leader. Koyama, bike number 71. Even though he's 8th, he will be the championship leader if the results stay as it is now.
Yes, definitely, because Zakwan only can get only 1 point at the moment, so he need to stay on the bike and get whatever points that he can.
Even when you have a bad day, it can be comparatively a good day.
Yes, definitely.
In the meantime, West on his own, and Kreisart through against Yudhishthira. Kreisart into 2nd. Anucha holding on from Takahashi. And that is Tiger Harder in 6th place. Aslan Shah going backwards.
Yeah, I think he's maybe struggling with the tires, and from what I hear, the bike's gearbox not suitable for him here in this track in the Butt circuit here.
It's a long sweeping circuit, 5 kilometers long, some long straights and sweeping curves, undulations, different test for the bikes. In fact, all the tracks that we've been on have been pretty difficult for the bikes. Very, very different tests.
Yeah, I mean, like they got different characters on the track. Got different characters. Like, I mean, the Johor they have different, and the Sepang and here in Butt. So you see, I mean, like, NWest really done his job, really well, and learned the track very fast, and feedback to the teams, and that's how they get to do the fast time.
Takahashi has a look on the inside. Takahashi on the inside of the final corner goes through, and Takahashi has got himself up ahead of Anucha into 3rd. Can he hold on down this straight? Also Tiger Harder putting pressure on Anucha. It is Takahashi able to hold on, and Harder gets through ahead of Anucha.
And it looks like the medium tires now is, really works on the bikes now. You see the medium compound tires all really come out now.
But it's too little too late. That red flag has really helped the soft compound tires.
Yeah, right.
This is the battle for P2. Now then, Yudhishthira has a little look through as we look at the Takahashi move, and Takahashi drags Tiger Harder through with him.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can see he's taking a different, smaller line compared to Anucha, you can see. That's the last corner. Then he's bringing Tiger Harder on the front straight.
This is Harder who's now got himself up into 5th place on the T-Pro Uzi Honda.
Yeah, you can see Aslan behind. If overtake, I think Anucha there.
He has indeed.
Yeah.
Aslan Shah ahead of Anucha. Takahashi 4th, but under intense pressure from young Tiger Harder.
And Decha and Udis, I think now West is what, 4.7.
Ant West
Seconds.
is already racing in Buriram. So this is Takahashi.
Yeah, it looks like, okay, Aslan is trying something there. He's taken Tiger Haga.
Aslan pushes Tiger Harder out of the position, and Aslan Shah, that's a wonderful maneuver. And Tiger just holds off against Anucha. But what a battle this is for P4.
And look who's behind. Koyama.
Koyama. The ghost has appeared. But is it too little, too late?
Yeah, a bit too late for him, but he's still right behind there. Oh, Haga.
Tiger Harder is out.
He have touched the rear of, I think, Yuki. Takahashi just now.
Frustrated, but up on his feet very quickly. No doubt be badly winded.
But it's okay. It's okay. Oh, I think he touched Aslan Shah. He braked too deep and they can't control the bike. That's why he hit the back of Aslan. I think that's what happened to his teammate Koyama yesterday at the same corner.
The value of good racing suits absolutely shown there.
Yeah, definitely.
In the meantime, look at this. Deicha Kreisart ahead of Yudhishthira. Takahashi is in 4th. Aslan Shah now up to 5th. And that means Anucha 6th and Koyama's picking up points in 7th. Is Koyama able to get even into a 6th place that will increase his lead at the top?
Yeah, looks like he's quite near, but I think it's a bit possible for him to get it.
Now we've got to stay with Ant West, because the runaway race leader is coming in to take his first win of the season. And Deicha Kreisart will come through into 2nd place, barring some kind of catastrophe. Behind them, Ahmed Yudhishthira will pick up his first podium as well. The grandstand comes into view. Ant West, you can almost feel the celebrations as he hunkers down. One final change of gear, rushes over the finish line, a wheelie to celebrate, and Ant West from Australia takes the victory. 2nd place will be Kreisart from Yudhishthira, Takahashi, Aslan Shah 5th, and Koyama in 6th. Well, so much incident, Meng Heng. What do you make of it?
I mean, like, incidents, but I mean, like, no serious, nothing is serious, just a race. I mean, like, it's good to see that NWest win the race, and definitely it'll be, pump up his, then we'll see for the next race for tomorrow.
Indeed, absolutely full of confidence, enjoying that moment. That's a lengthy wheelie from Ant West that can celebrate his first victory, and you can almost see the relief coming out of him. This has been a tough season for him in Asia Road Racing Championship.
He's been trying very hard the past few races, and I mean, he's very near there, but didn't really work out his way. But this track, and today he wins it, and it shows that he's the guy to watch out the next race.
Was on pole, was under threat in the early stages, but managed to see off Deicha Kreisart, see off Zakwan Zaidi, although Zakwan Zaidi will be kicking himself because he had to take the ride-through penalty that was eminently avoidable.
Yeah, I mean, he can avoid that one, the ride-through, but he didn't start from the rear. That's it. He need to take the penalty.
Confirmation: West, Kreisart, Yudhishthira, Takahashi, Aslan Shah, Koyama, the Ghost, Anucha 7th, Dajiro, Ito, Haga, the Suzuki finishing in the top 10. Titipong, Jerry Salim did well from 15th on the grid to 12th. Adi Mohammed Fadli some points, at least 2 points for Zakwan. Fitri Ashraf, Irfan Adianta out of the points, as was Jakrit. Tiger, we saw that spectacular crash. Shankar and Patis didn't start the restarted race. Advance Australia Fair That's the Aussie national anthem, and that's the first time we've heard that at the ARRC in 2016. But what a performance it was. Credit also to Decha and to Ahmed Yudhistira. Prizes being handed out by Zain Khan, the president of the Federation of Motorsports Club in India.
And today, SuperSports
Yudhistira, pleased for him, first podium of the season for the Indonesian.
And of course, I mean, Decha also, you know, he's been struggling these past few races, and to go up a podium, get number 2, I think he's very happy.
And today's team award goes to
But it's Ant West from Australia, Kino Speed WJR Racing Team. Their first win of the season, his first win of the season. It's too late for him to really have an impact on the championship himself, but if he continues this kind of form, he could get up into the top 5 or 6 with a couple more victories, with Buriram still to come. Final confirmation, and we'll be closing our coverage from the Asia Road Racing Championships for our broadcasters right now. Do hope you've enjoyed the excitement. We can tell you Patis Chopra, who had that nasty accident that caused the red flag, is okay. So good news there. Also great news for Ant West. Hope you've enjoyed it so far. Do join us again for races number 2 tomorrow, 11:30 local time. Confirmation of the overall championship standings. Koyama picks up enough points to take the lead. Zakwan only 8 points behind, so it's not a devastating blow today. It's a bad blow, but not devastating. Takahashi closes in just 24 points behind the leader. Aslan Shah, Dimaseki, Jemi Salim. So Yudhistira moves into the top 7. A little bit further down, we saw Haga. Consistently, he's picked up points, Noriyuki Haga, on the Suzuki. Points, no, obviously nothing for Patis. We hear he's okay. We will get an update as soon as we can. Anucha in 15th. Further down, Andy Mohammed Fadli picked up points today on the Kawasaki. That's good for him.